corner. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. I did just film one, but I kind of feel like filming another one, so I'm gonna film. Haven't decided which story time I'm gonna do yet. I got a couple. I got like a notes full of story time ideas that I want to do and just haven't done. So like, I'm just gonna pick. I do what the boy to face. Alright. So, I am just getting off work, as you could tell in the last video. I am just getting off work, so I'm tired. Well, I'm not just getting off. I've been off since 12, but I'm tired. So I feel like I need something like to take my mind off everything. So like the happen day. So like I'm just gonna do a couple videos and maybe I'll feel better afterwards. I kind of feel better already, but only time will tell. So I'm just gonna do one more story time for you, and then I'm gonna call it a night. And I'm just gonna hop right on into this story time because this is a quick one, and I can do like a little talking at the end if I go ahead and finish it up real quick. So this story time takes place when I was in elementary school, 5th grade. So if you don't know much about me, I have been killed back, and I think one of the last times I was killed back was when I was in 5th grade. I had came like this close to passing like the standardized test that you have to take before you enter the next grade. I think that only applies here in my state. I don't know about us, but I know that it's a test here in my state, where that you have to take yearly, like when you're in elementary, middle. You don't have to take it in high school. You take something else in high school. But elementary and middle, you have to take these tests in order to be promoted to the next grade. And they call it standardized testing. And I had to take it every year. And I would always come like a couple points away from passing. Like I would never fully pass. I was always like right on the tip line of passing. So because of that, most times I got pushed on, and sometimes I got killed back, just depending on how I did through that year. My mama and my teacher would have a meeting, and they would discuss it, and depending on how I went through that year, they would send me on through, and if I didn't do so good, then they would just keep me back another year and then move me forward. And that happened quite a bit. I stayed in summer school. I don't really remember ever really having a summer, just because I stayed in summer school so much, preparing to take the test so I could pass the test, or to not pass it, or to pass it, or whatever the case may be. You know, it was always something. And I can do like a little story time about that if you want to hear about those moments and all that happened. I can do that. But in this one particular year, I did get kept back a year, and I went to a new school. The school I was in, I would have stayed there, but I didn't want to repeat the 5th grade at the same school. So I said, Mama, can you just take me, since I got to do another year of the same grade, can you just take me out of that school and put me in a whole new one, and I could just start in like a fresh place and nobody has to know. They ended up knowing because I was actually older than everybody. I was always older than my whole class, so you know that was a thing for a long time until I got in GD class. Then it wasn't a thing no more. Then I looked younger than everybody, so everybody would think I'm younger than what I actually. I would tell people how old I am, and be like, "Wow, you don't even look that old. You look younger than me." So now it's like the opposite effect. I think that's how come I was able to get through it so quickly. I mean, get through it so easily with such a smooth, because I was around younger people, so I just naturally looked younger because that's who I was around. But anyway, so like I said, this happened in my 2nd elementary school, because I went to 2 in all, 2. This happened in the 2nd one, and I only did 1 year at this school. Then I got promoted to 6th grade, and I went to middle school. So I only did 1 year, and I came in 5th grade, and it was my last year in first year there. And the school since then has been shut down. So I'm still not gonna say that, because that would just be like a dead giveaway to where I live at. So I'm not gonna do that. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call it Comfort Elementary, and that's close to the name. It starts with C, but it's not comfort. It's C elementary. It's something else. And I dealt with like bullies. I want to say that I never really dealt with bullies until I got in this particular school with these particular people, but that I would be lying. So I'm not gonna say that. I've dealt with bullies before, but these bullies was more adamant, more aggressive with theirs. If you want to say so, they were kind of aggressive. And sometimes I feel like it would be my fault, but they would be lying too, because I don't choose to be bullied. They do it on their own account, so that's different. But sometimes they would be a little bit more mean, a little bit more harsh than people I went to my other school with. And I think at the other school I could kind of deal with them because I had basically grew up with those people, so I kind of known them. But I really didn't know these people at this point. And even when I walked into the class in the first day, like the people were kind of mean or whatever. But that's not here nor there. Anyway, and the people I really got bullied by was mostly guys. Like, girls are catty, but they wasn't really catty at this point. At least the ones I was with at this point, they wasn't that catty. It may be one or two that was kind of like that, but most of them kind of chilled to begin with. Just they were okay. And they got really catty when I was in middle school and high school. That's when they started like getting really, really catty and started like trying to come at me. The girls did. Guys have always been like they were, but the girls, middle school and elementary, high school. So but the guys always been, saying like little things, picking on me a little bit, and it just got worse as I got older or as we progressed into the next grades and stuff like that. But this one particular incident happened in the lunchroom. And so, where our classroom was, like, you had to go up like a set of stairs to get to like the 5th grade hall. So we had to go up to like another set. We had to go up like a set of stairs. And on that hall was like the 5th grade classes, and then on down were like kindergarten classes. But it was on like 2 5th grade classes. So I want to say, I don't think it was more than like 2 5th grade classes, if I'm not mistaken, at this particular school, because the school was small, and where it was sitting, it really wasn't enough room to house that many students, which is why probably one of the main reasons why it got shut down. And just because of the area it was in, it was a well-known kind of trouble area. Still is kind of, but not much. I want to say not much though. Anyway, this particular day, a group of 2 guys I was to say we was talking or whatever, and I don't know how the conversation shifted, but it shifted like they always do. And I find that most time when me and guys, like guys that I was in school with at this time, we'll be friends, but somehow like maybe something gets said to them, maybe other guys start picking at them, something like that. And they turn on me like rabid dogs. I swear, they would just turn on me, and I never understood why guys did anything. Which is probably why I'm a little more skeptical of guys now. But it'll be all right. I'll be all right. Anyway, they kind of like turned on me, and these guys they turned pretty quickly. So I was sitting at the lunch table, and I was sitting like the middle of the lunch table, and these two guys was going in on me about anything you could think of. And at first we were playing, but then it stopped being playing to me when it became 2-on-1 instead of like 1-on-1. You know what I mean? It just wasn't funny when it stopped being playing to me. And they kept going, and I got so mad. I balled up my fist as fast as I could, and I took it and I threw my arm back and I swung at one of the guys. And I got him. And the truth is, that guy should have hit me back, but he didn't get a chance to. I'm sorry about that to the guy who did that. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to hit you, but you low-key deserve it, and you know you did if you watch this. But I swung at him, and I think I hit him. And he was about to hit me back. He asked to hit me. He wanted to hit me back. I know he wanted to hit me back, but he didn't, luckily. And the teachers came over. They ran those to the table. and they all came and got it. They came and got me, and they came and got him, and I went to the principal's office. Of course, and I did get in trouble for that because I started the fight, and I should have gotten in trouble for it because I did initiate the fight. It wasn't really a fight. I hit him, which is not a fight. That's me passing licks, and I shouldn't have done it. And I don't condone fighting. Just so you know, I really don't condone it. But this situation, I want to say that it became a regular for guys to mess with me, and they still try sometimes, but they're not as much as they do. Now it's kind of different how they try, but guys like really tried it when I was in elementary. I went through it all the way through high school. I went through it with guys and girls. They really kind of put a target on my back and came after me in those years. Probably why I hate school so much now, or why I hated school so much after I had left. Why I'm not that trusting of people, but you know, they really came for me, and they know they did. And I hit him, and the other guy that was involved, he was the preacher's kid, and so everybody was like, kind of like, well, you know, but don't, cause like it was their fault they was messing with me. So everybody was like worried about him because they didn't want him to get in trouble with his mom and dad, cause they knew that if his mom and dad found that he was messing with me, he would get in trouble. And I really didn't care about him getting in trouble because he shouldn't have been messing with me in the first place. Like, both of them shouldn't have been messing with me. Even though it started out as playing, I had long stopped playing and they were still going. So like, you know, even though I wasn't right, they wasn't either. But you know, it is what it is now. And so everybody was kind of like, well, you know, don't get him, don't tell him, let it go, just let it go. He gonna get in trouble, you gonna get that boy in trouble, you gonna get that boy in trouble. I really didn't care about getting that boy in trouble. I still don't care about getting that boy in trouble to this day. So, you know, whatever happens, boo, that's your fault. Anyway, that happened. I think I did get in trouble with the teacher, with my principal. I think either they gave me like ISS, or I had to do something. I didn't get suspended like that because like it was like my first offense. I didn't get in like no major trouble like that. I just probably got rolled up. The principal had talked with me and I had to do something. I don't know, probably the box. Probably I probably didn't go to field day or something like that. I didn't care for real because that was nothing but grounds for people to pick on me again. So I really didn't care. But yep, that's the time I punched the boy in the face and I don't regret it. And like this, like I want to say, like went to like my last elementary school, middle school, and high school I went to. They were like the most traumatic for me, just because of like how much I got picked on, how much people mess with me. Then you know, I want to say like they were the most like traumatic for me. But I think that's something everybody has to go through at some point. You know, everybody got to deal with a bully at some point in life. No matter whether you grown or you in school, you got to deal with a bully. So I mean, I really just chalk it up to them being kids. I doubt that these people are still the same today. If they are, then you know that's something they can work out with themselves. But I doubt that they're all still the same. I run into so many people from time to time, a lot more than I would like to run into them, but I do run into them from time to time, and you know, it don't seem the same. Most of these people got children. I'm not really mad. I'm not really partial. This is just my story. This is something that happened to me, and it's funny to me, kind of not. You know, but I just thought maybe you would enjoy it. I know, I kind of feel like everybody don't have to deal with bullies, and I just want you know that I'm no different. I've had my fair share of them, and some of them still try today. But you know, you let them know real quick you ain't the one, and keep it moving, and that's how that is. That was it for my story time. That was it for the story time portion. Another video. I'm probably gonna film another one Thursday. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna film one. But that's it for this story time. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you. Bye.